For me, running has always been an escape. A way to experience freedom and feel wild. Out in the mountains, nature becomes your playground. And for a brief period of time, you get to feel like a kid again. No worries, no stress, just you and the moment. I am finally back running. It feels so good. This is my first trail run in, I actually don't even know how long. Because I was injured, I obviously don't want to go crazy running while I'm still getting back into things to get my body used to it. So trails are perfect for that because you need to walk the uphills, you can run the rest of it, and the ground is a lot softer than what tarmac would be. So yeah, it just feels so good. I missed it so much. This tree here is absolutely covered in beard lichen that actually can be used as like a wound dressing because apparently it's antibacterial and stuff like that. But it's absolutely covered in it. That's mad. I'm just getting onto the mountainside now from the forest. And the views are so nice. The sun is just after rising. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. With all the rain we've been getting lately, it's so nice to have a clear morning to do this. It is so windy and it is so cold, but it's beautiful up here. There's 360-degree views of the surroundings. It's gorgeous. I'm just on top of the first peak. The second peak is just over here, so I have to go all the way back downhill, then up to the top and just a little bit over, and then I'm going back and down into the woods again. This is gorgeous. That is the beard lichen I was talking about earlier. I think it's like Osnea, its real name, something like that. Yeah. It's so boggy here. I'm kind of just picking my way through the bog here. I'm trying to avoid getting my feet wet just because it is really cold, but at the same time it doesn't make too much of a difference if they do get wet, because it's a fairly short trail, so the car is not too far away anyway. And also the trail runners are fairly quick drying, so there's enough wind there to actually dry them up before I even get back. Just finished with the boggiest section now, and there's just a little bit of a climb up. I think I'll be walking this way. I have a feeling I won't be running down this either. It's a bit treacherous. There's always those times in trail runs where you're trying to protect your feet from getting wet, and once they do get a little bit wet, it's like it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, they're pretty wet right now, and it just means that I can go a more direct route through the puddles, right? I'm just after turning around and I'm making my way back through the bog. So it's following my track just until the forest, and then we're taking a little bit of a different turn once we get to the woods. So it should be interesting on the way back. I still haven't managed to fall into a bog hole, which is kind of my speciality on mountains like this. But never say never. It's such a beautiful day out today. The endorphins are definitely high as well from being able to be out and kind of running. Obviously, I've been walking most of it, but it's still nice to know that I have the freedom again to just be out here with my own 2 feet, getting me a bit further than maybe if I was just walking. So yeah, it feels good.
Running is my therapy, which is why it was so hard to step away for the past while. It's not that I'm running away from my problems. In reality, it forces me to face them head on, to deal with any demons right then and there with no distractions. Just you and your thoughts. And that's pretty magic if you ask me.
The ground is so slick. I've slipped quite a few times now. But it's kind of fun. Well, it's fun until you get hurt, but it's kind of like being out on your own mountain playground. Woo! Because who said adults can't just go and have fun, right? I know I said that in the next video myself and Bart would be somewhere a little bit different, and we did go on a little holiday, but there wasn't as much hiking as I thought there'd be. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get out on the trails half as much as we would have liked, so I kind of just left the camera. I think I really want my next trip away to be backpacking. I think that would be amazing.
I have somewhere in mind as well.
You know, in some ways I think the injury and not being able to run was a blessing in disguise. It forced me to slow down, and it also made me rediscover interests that I'd forgotten I had. I also discovered bushcraft, which I knew existed. I just didn't think it was anything that I could do. I thought you had to be like this really expert outdoorsman, like been out there all your life doing it. But it's actually something that's really accessible for everybody. And I've gotten a few books on that. I've also started to revise some of my mountain skills because we all know I need it. I've gotten back into reading quite a lot, which I fell out of because I became so engrossed in training for things and like running and cycling and swimming that you forget all the things, or you don't have time for all the things that require less physical exertion. That's really what I've been doing over the past few months, is just learning new things, reading, revising old things. Yeah, just keeping the mind busy, I guess. That all being said, I'm super grateful to be back running. Even more grateful now that I know what it's like to not have it. Oh, it feels so good to be back.